All right. I wanted to take a moment to explain what metabolism testing is all about. Now, I use PNOE equipment. It looks like this. This is a face mask with an air analyzer and the brain here, basically. So we hook this up. We do a resting metabolism test. This goes around your head, around your neck, and this sits like this. So the air that you're breathing is analyzed through these tubes. What we are measuring, many different markers, but main thing we're looking at is a breath analysis. That's the oxygen coming in and carbon dioxide going out. The ratio of the two is called a respiratory exchange ratio, RER or RQ, but it's really helping us determine a lot of different markers we give you on the report. Resting metabolism, I can identify how well are you burning fat versus carbohydrates at rest. Now, we also get a bunch of breath analysis markers, cognitive health, and different things by analyzing how well you're breathing. Now, when we put the heart rate strap, we use a polar Bluetooth heart rate monitor, put that on. I can measure your heart rate variability a lot more accurately than an Aura or Whoop or your wristband watch. Heart rate variability is best with the heart rate strap, and we're measuring your heart rate, but also the time between each beat is your heart rate variability. I like to know your heart rate variability, but also the balance between your nervous system, your low frequency to the high frequency, LF, HF. Low frequency LF is a representation, low frequency, of actually your high nervous system, your sympathetic nervous system. Your HF, high frequency score is, or number, is based on measure of your parasympathetic nervous system. So I'm looking at the balance between the two nervous systems, parasympathetic to sympathetic nervous system. That's what I'm really looking at your heart variability tests. So we've got breath analysis, different markers for that. We're looking at your fat to carb metabolism and looking at your mitochondrial health in that as well. So that will also tell us how many calories you burn at rest. And then we can add in TDEE, is the calories of movement throughout the day. And then exercise, if you do exercise session, we can estimate that. And we can figure out your macronutrients from that. So that's just a resting metabolism test. I'll do another video on what we identify in an exercise or active metabolism test.